Hey boys, I'm back with more Garfield Kart gameplay. Are you getting bored of the Garfield gameplay yet? Because I am. I don't know, I just didn't feel like playing Halo for a little bit, so I played Garfield Kart as a joke. And I feel like the joke has gone on for too long. Don't worry, next video, new background gameplay. I've been playing Deus Ex, the original, so that's probably what the next gameplay gonna be. Anyway, a couple of months back, I made a video about this guy who was talking about how Game Pass is a scam and everybody hates Game Pass and Microsoft's gonna fuck it up and whatever. You know what is apparently not a scam according to this guy? Sony raising the price of games from 60 to 70 euros. That's totally fine, that's logical, that's not a scam at all. So, you know, let's give it a fair shot, let's watch this video and see if he has any, valid arguments.
So today, we're going to be talking about why is everybody bitching about $70 games? It's dumb. Let's get brutal. Let's get brutal.
Holy shit, he still has that intro. How hasn't he realized how cringy it is yet? Like, even a 5-year-old after watching this would die of second-hand embarrassment. That's how cringy this fucking intro is.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Fortatron, and today we're going to be talking about the controversial topic of why games are $70.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this, the infamous second intro, you know, because you can't have a video with just one intro. That would be silly.
Then games are raising in price and how they're pricing people out, and I got a few things to say about this. Let's get into it.
Yes, of course, how could I be so stupid? I forgot about the infamous third intro. Can't have a video with less than 3 intros. How could I have forgotten?
Right, so this all started when Sony announced that PS5 games would be $10 more than their PS4 equivalents. And this drove everyone crazy. Everyone flipped their shit over this.
Yeah, of course they are, because now they have to pay more money for games that on other platforms would be cheaper. But you can't buy them on other platforms, so you better pay 70 bucks. And on top of that, games nowadays aren't even worth 70 bucks. They're not even worth 60. Most games that release nowadays, most AAA games, are broken pieces of shit. Games like Cyberpunk, Fallout 76, Mass Effect Andromeda, those aren't exceptions anymore, those are the standard. Release a broken shitty game now and then fix it over the years. That is what most AAA games are, and that's why they're not worth 60 bucks.
So games are now $70 where prior they were $60, so a $10 difference. And I don't get why people are upset about this. Inflation's been a thing for a really long time, and I feel like games have been in like the $70, $80, sometimes $90 mark for years.
Okay, so I've just looked it up. As you can see on this chart, there are quite a few games for 60 bucks, you know, $59.99. During the time that those games were released, that is about 116 US dollars. Are you okay with paying 116 US dollars for a video game? The answer is no. The answer is no. So yeah, games have gotten a lot cheaper over the years, but does that mean that suddenly the price needs to rise because... Well, why? Why does it need to rise? First of all, games aren't even worth 60 bucks. Because again, most AAA games that are released nowadays are broken pieces of shit. Like, yeah, I'll gladly pay 60 bucks for Breath of the Wild, or The Witcher 3, or Fallout New Vegas, or some other amazing game. But don't expect me to pay 60 bucks for the next Call of Duty, or Assassin's Creed, or some other bullshit. And you might be like, but Atomics, the development costs of video games have gone up by a lot, so obviously, you know, game developers would hike the price because they need more money to make games. Since when? You know, that's not true. Cyberpunk 2077 was one of the most expensive games ever to be made. And that game still sells for like 60 bucks. Now let's just put the fact that Cyberpunk is a complete failure and just a shit game, let's put that aside. And let's just think that the developers spent so much fucking money on this game and they still thought that 60 bucks was a reasonable price to sell it at.
Even when I was a kid and I was buying Super Nintendo games. Okay, I wasn't buying them, my parents were buying them, but I feel like they're the same price. So yeah, I'm old.
Well, they weren't because, as you mentioned, inflation, and they were way more expensive. And actually, if you ask me, they were fucking overpriced. Because, Donkey Kong Country 3, I believe it is a pretty good game, but it's not worth 160 bucks. It just isn't.
How do you do, fellow kids?
I know this is supposed to be like a bit in a meme, like haha you're old, but you are pretty fucking old, my dude. Because, judging from the videos you make, you are incredibly out of touch with the gaming community.
I really don't get why people think that games being priced at $70 prices people out. That's just not true.
What do you mean that's just not true? Some people just don't have that much money. Who are you to say how much money other people can spend on video games? If you have to pay 10 bucks more on every single video game, you can buy less games a year. Especially if, you don't have a very good financial situation.
If you want to have a game on launch day, right when it comes out, yeah, you're gonna pay full price for it. That's the way. That's just how it is.
This is the way.
If you can't afford to buy that game, don't buy it. Wait till it goes on sale.
Yeah, but some games don't go on sale. For example, Nintendo games never go on sale. Literally, rarely ever do Nintendo games, even if they go on sale, drop below 50 or 40 bucks.
A ton of people in my PS5 disc versus digital edition always comment how they're buying games used, or they're buying them on sale on Amazon, or they're buying them off of eBay. They're pretty much buying them every other way other than right off the rip, brand new, launch day, or through the digital store.
Yeah, that's good for the people commenting on your video, but there are plenty of people that want to play the game day one, and there are also a lot of people that want to have the game digital because they don't constantly want to be switching out different cartridges or DVDs. They can't just buy used games, they'll have to wait for a digital store sale, and even in those digital store sales, PlayStation or Nintendo exclusives rarely drop below 40 bucks, which I'd say that some of them aren't even worth that much money.
So I don't get it. Like, a lot of you are not buying these games day one, which is a shame. Being a former musician, I really feel on this topic because a lot of musicians, it's make or break for them with their record company if their album doesn't make a huge amount of sales in its first week. It's the same with movies on launch weekend or when the movie first releases. It's the same with games.
No, it's not the same at all. There's a very big difference between a band, like probably practicing in their garage, trying to make it in the music industry, and a multi-billion-dollar company releasing a game. The main difference being is that one of them only has one shot at success, and the other one can flop almost as many times as they want. They'll have enough money anyway, and it doesn't really even matter.
More people need to be buying games day one.
No, people need to stop pre-ordering games and buying them day one. You people who buy games day one, you are the ones who are fucking up this industry. You're just buying games at full price while not even knowing if they work or not, because in this day and age most games are, again, broken pieces of shit, and you're just giving money to those developers, confirming their idea of it doesn't even really matter if the game is good or if the game works. People will buy this shit anyway.
But I understand, a lot of you can't afford that. Hell, I can't afford to be buying games like every week. I only buy the games that I want to play. There are a lot of games on PS5 that have come out that look great. Ratchet and Clank, Sackboy, Bugsnax. I don't know, there's a bunch that look amazing. Spider-Man Miles Morales. Again, those games look incredible, but they're not my type of game, and I don't buy them.
Okay, cool. You don't buy the games that you don't want to play. Yeah, same. That everybody does that. People only buy the games they want to play. No shit. And there are very few people going around buying literally every single game as they come out. And with very few, I mean there are 0 people going around buying literally every single game as they come out. The problem now is that there are people out there that will have to wait for a sale before they can buy a game. And then not only wait for a sale, they'll have to wait for a sale, hope the game they want to buy is on sale, and then hope that the sale drop in price is enough for them to be able to afford the game. The problem isn't that they just want to buy every single $60 AAA exclusive game, because nobody fucking does that.
I don't buy them on launch day. I don't even buy them on sale. because they're just not my type of game. I don't know where the pressure is coming from for a lot of people to be buying games day one, regardless if they know they like them or not.
Yeah, there is no pressure. They're just people that want to buy a game day one because they're a fan of the franchise or they're just really excited for it or something. And now they might have to wait for a sale because $70 is a fucking ridiculous amount to pay for a game.
I feel like by now, if you have been playing games for more than a couple of years, you know what kind of games you like. So you should know which games you're looking forward to and which ones you want to invest in on buying day one when they come out. If you're brand new to gaming, yeah, it's a little bit more tricky, but I would kind of buy some older games that are on sale or try out a service like PS Now or Xbox Game Pass and then play some free games.
Like, how fucking dumb are you? Like, how, like, literally, are you mentally disabled? Like, I need to know, okay? Because I cannot be seen making fun of a fucking autistic cunt on the internet. Like, you know, I know it doesn't seem like it, but I have morals as well. But you do realize that, you know, Xbox Game Pass and PS Now, the games on there, they're not free. You know, because when you pay for something, it's not free, because you're paying for it.
And then find which ones you like and then build off of there. I don't get why people are frustrated by this. Gaming companies have grown so much, even in the last 10 years. Games are huge epics now. They are the equivalent to Marvel movies that cost $200 million to make. And games like equal that or more. Like, they're insane. The prices must rise. If we're expecting the kind of quality that we've been getting, especially recently, yeah, the cost of gaming has to go up.
No, it doesn't, because besides Sony, no other gaming company has felt the need to raise their prices. Like, for example, the game you just showed, Cyberpunk 2077, you just showed the budget for that. That game is being sold for $60 still. And the same goes for Rockstar games, you know, like Red Dead Redemption 2, also still being sold for $60, sometimes even for $40 or less. These are both games with bigger budgets than most PlayStation exclusive games have, so having to raise the price because budgets are getting bigger is bullshit.
But again, you are not obligated to pay full price for games if you don't want to, if you don't have the means to. If you don't have the means to, then yeah, continue buying games used, or buy them off eBay, or buy them when they go on sale.
Yeah, so you know what I just realized as I sat here recording this video? That if the generic, like, basic price of a game, you know, the industry standard, which is $60, changes, all that other shit changes as well. If a €70 game goes on sale, then the price will still be higher than if a €60 game goes on sale. If you take a game that is originally $70 and you sell it used, the price is going to be higher than a $60 game that is being sold used. So gaming is just in general getting more and more expensive, just regardless of if you wait for a sale or not. Simply raising the standard price for video games makes gaming way more fucking expensive and is in fact going to price some people out. Anyway, this is the end of the video. I'm just fucking done with this bullshit. It's not the end of his video, but like he goes on for another like 1 minute repeating himself and saying some bullshit. I just can't, I can't deal with that right now. So yeah, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.